Absolutely, and obviously this man likes to get his way. You know, he hangs out with Charlie Cash, and Jeremy Vane could be called a spoiled sport. He likes things to go his way, and normally they do, but not always, and sort of that was the case a couple of times with KC McKnight. Right now he has a very popular opponent, Jeremy Vane does.
McKnight was injured, by the way, in that confrontation. That will not be here at this week of television. Questionable for next week. We hope to have him back by Memorial Mayhem, and I'm sure he has his eyes set on Jeremy Vane.
And May 27th is the date, mark down your calendars for Memorial Mayhem. But even more exciting than that at the moment, Fans Appreciation Day is coming up. If you're watching this on Saturday, it's tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, May the 6th. The general manager for Rampage Pro Wrestling, Dr. Johnny Gayton, has given to the fans in honor of Mother's Day coming up in a couple of weeks. Fans Appreciation Day is going to be absolutely free to all the fans. Tell everyone to come on out.
That's amazing. Fans, if you've been paying attention, you know we had that show scheduled for the 13th. He found out it was Mother's Day, moved the show back 1 week. Tomorrow, if you're watching this on Saturday, free. So if you come to Johnny G's anyway, come and enjoy the wrestling as part of your day at Johnny G's.
No, I met Miss Gayton before. I bet she made him change it.
Probably so. I would think so.
So remember your mom on the 13th, but on May the 6th, bring mom to the show. It's absolutely free.
Chris Jacobs there, stiff back elbow there on Jeremy Vane. Jeremy Vane on his bicycle backing up from the officer right there. Looks like the officer's been spending some time in the gym recently, put on some upper body size from when we first saw him here premiere a while back as a rookie here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. A lot of growth in Officer Chris Jacobs. Uses a running knee reminiscent of Mr. Wrestling 2 as his finishing maneuver. Jeremy V, of course, known for the VDT version of the DDT.
Absolutely. The thing that's really tricky about Jeremy Vane's VDT, he can hit it from any position. Sometimes you don't see it coming.
Right now, of course, Chris Jacob, amateur wrestling background, trying to utilize that. Jeremy V showing that he's no slouch in that area himself. Goes for a single leg takedown, gets it, kickoff by Officer Chris Jacobs. Both men up at that point on his feet. Chris Jacobs, Jeremy Vane, no one with a clear advantage there. A lot of respect, though, between these two men, you can see, and the crowd seems to be liking this exchange so far.
And, of course, the experience goes to Jeremy Vane, but Officer Chris Jacobs has a huge heart, a huge passion for professional wrestling. I've talked to him several times privately, and he certainly wants to be someone big in this profession, and to do that, he has to go through people like Jeremy Vane. Right now, a side headlock being applied by Officer Chris Jacobs. Maintains the control here, putting the pressure here to the temples of the untouchable.
Now, one of the things we've noticed about Jeremy Vane in all, if not, well, I'd say most, if not all of his past matches, is he has a tendency to lull his opponents into a false sense of security before attacking. And once Jeremy Vane turns on his offense, very tough to stop Jeremy Vane, and he's proven that over and over as a multiple champion here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. You don't hold titles here at Rampage Pro Wrestling if you're not one of the best that we can offer.
He hasn't gone for very long periods of time without a title, so he is certainly a threat to any champion and a threat to any man in the ring. And right now, the man that he has to worry about is Officer Chris Jacobs. But Jacobs certainly taking full control. We talked about that upper development here increasing, and he's using that muscularity here and that power to wrench on the head of Jeremy Vane.
Well, of course, that's an effective setup for his finishing maneuver, the running knee, which also would take direct impact to the knee to the head. Almost looked like their heads connected on that. Jeremy Vane down, leapfrog right there. Jacobs underneath, and Vane goes to hook him. Nuh-uh.
Hip toss takedown, that time throws him off. Arm drag takedown and spins on the arm. Right back into another arm drag, real deep on that arm drag. And taking full advantage, sets him up. Looked like it could have been a knee lift. Caught him with a running clothesline.
Vane knocked a bit loopy. Effective maneuver there, but right now, veteran that he is, Jeremy Vane gets distance between himself and the man, tries to buy some time, opportunity to get a second wind. Jeremy Vane, smart professional wrestling there, taking advantage of the break on the ropes and now going for a walk. He has a 10 count on the outside. Referee Stan Robinson has started that as Vane approaches the ring again.
And Vane a little more slowly moving into the ring, and certainly maybe a renowned respect here for Chris Jacobs. You have to give this man credit. He's come a long way in a short period of time. He trains all the time, getting ready for his next match. And he's worked out, of course, we know he had worked out in the past with Marvelous Michael Stevens. That didn't turn out so well. But he has worked out a lot with Drew Adler and others.
And he keeps learning from each and every match, and that's what you have to do as a professional wrestler. Your basic training is just that. It gets you started. but it's what you learn match to match with opponents like a Jeremy Vane that are going to make Chris Jacobs a better and better wrestler as he continues here at Rampage Pro Wrestling and as he goes for, hopefully, his first title here.
And he couldn't have a much better mentor. Oh, what a kick that time. Spotlight kick. Caught him with the spin and covers him.
Kick out, though.
Couldn't have a much better mentor than Mr. Wrestling number 2, and certainly with him in his ear, it's going to take him a long way.
Now Jeremy Vane doing what he does. When he gets an advantage, he just wears the man out. Blows to the head repeated, now choking, utilizing the 5 count on the break effectively is Jeremy Vane. He knows how to utilize the rules of professional wrestling. Pushes them, and frequently breaks them, but tries to do it without the referee catching him and forcing a disqualification.
And that foot now planted right deeply into the throat. And you see how enjoyable this is too, Jeremy Vane. He certainly is taking a little too much time, though, in celebration and not staying on top of this man. Good bull forearm that time. And another right hand, and now retaliation here by Jacobs, and cut off by Jeremy Vane. High knee there, cuts him off again, tosses him down to the canvas and trying to push him out over that bottom ring rope, and now with leverage on that leg, choking them on the bottom rope, and the referee calls for a break.
Referee getting in there quickly as the damage was being done within the 5 count, but Jeremy Vane's been utilizing that 5 count very effectively. Vicious chop, covers him, hooks it, has both shoulders down. That could have been it, but no. Chris Jacobs still able to kick out. Tremendous fighting heart in this young man, Jacobs.
And you can see action just like this and more tomorrow. That's on Sunday afternoon, absolutely free. That's right, Fans Appreciation Day. Bring the whole family. If you've been wondering if I want to check out Rampage Pro Wrestling, come see what all the talk is about tomorrow on Sunday, May 6th. It's absolutely free. And then get ready for Sunday, May 27th. Memorial Mayhem is coming up very short.
Very much. Remember, the wrestling's free, and you're at Johnny G's.
That's right. And
not only can you have a tremendous, entertaining, complete day at Johnny G's, but what a tremendous restaurant facility here.
Yes.
And a dramatic minute. I don't know if you've tried the wings. The wings are spectacular.
They are awesome. I told them they should open their own restaurant outside of Johnny G's with the wings. And right now, maintaining control now with that version of a sleeper hold laying on top of him. The rear chin lock applied, but has him down on the canvas. That's where he wants the man to be. He wants to keep him down as long as he can. Chris Jacobs, a large individual, hard to get off his feet, but he's down.
And right there, smartly turns into his man after trying to get some momentum going with his own body. Catches him top of the head to the chin. That worked. Didn't catch all of it that he wanted to, but it was enough to break the move. But now Vane playing possum a bit.
Oh, single leg drop kick caught him in the chin, and that could have took his lights out right there.
Look at how he has that forearm across the face of Chris Jacobs, forcing his head into the mat, but still not enough to hold the man down.
That could have dislocated his jaw right there. And certainly it has taken a lot out of Chris Jacobs. Chris Jacobs now trying to get that momentum going back up, but really hard to do when this man's assaulting you continuously. Hard chop, you heard it now. Blow to the head by Jacobs. Retaliation here in the corner, and Vane again in control. Slap to the chest. And now an elbow. Retaliation or effort there by Chris Jacobs, give him credit. Hard, vicious chop.
Those don't just sting, they'll knock the wind out of you. They do considerable damage, and right there, vicious blow to the face on Jeremy Vane as Officer Chris Jacobs fighting back after all the abuse he's taken. Tremendous second win here by Officer Chris Jacobs as Jeremy Vane backed into the corner.
The airflow already shortened by that rear chin lock he had applied earlier. Running in now and caught with a boot. A little slower than he would usually be.
And that may also have helped him there. If he had run it at full speed, there could have been considerable damage. Look at how he comes in again, goes in close, and now Vane wasn't able to get out of the corner. Jacobs able to recover, and now he's going to do some damage on Jeremy Vane. 5, 6 blows in a row, 7, 8, 9, 10 blows, and he's still going.
Battering ram on the head of Jeremy Vane, and this is his chance to shine. Hip toss across the ring by Chris Jacobs. Short clothesline by Jacobs. Back elbow takes him down. And now Jacobs now clobbers him with that forearm again. Not as powerful as he would be, but that wind was taken out from him. Shoots him off.
That was sort of a little bit of a rookie mistake still. He hesitated. You can't hesitate in wrestling, but he didn't hesitate at all there with a double underhook suplex. Takes him over hard, and Vane is down, and now Officer Chris Jacobs is up, and he's calling for that knee, Ben.
And we saw that knee before, how devastating it can be, and certainly won a lot of matches for Mr. Wrestling number 2 in his time. And will Chris Jacobs follow in those footsteps? Off the ropes. Oh, sidestep that time.
Ooh.
Back suplex.
Exploder
rolls him
right
up.
there. Takes him
Bridge.
down hard, and that's enough for the win by Jeremy Vane. Exploder suplex awesomely delivered out of nowhere by Jeremy Vane.
And that's where experience pays off for the untouchable Jeremy Vane, but a great showing again. If he were able to get that knee lift, it could have been a different outcome. The winner, the untouchable Jeremy Vane. We've got more. Rampage Pro Wrestling.
Well, we got a lot more right now. Someone just got thrown out of it. Let's not go to break at this point.
What is this?
There's a brawl that's headed out here. Murder One and AJ Steele have both headed out here.
General Manager Dr. Johnny Gayton's coming out here, and we've seen this before. And when's it going to end? The fans keep saying let them fight, but I'm not sure these two can even, will a ring hold these two?
Now referee Dustin Robbins and now Stan Robbins out Dr. Gayton trying to get these two apart. Obviously, whatever efforts Dr. Gayton has been trying to maintain behind the scenes to get these two back together or to at least coexist, they're just not working, Ben.
I really think that they've gone to the point of no return now. And certainly a long-time former NWA World Tag Team Champions.
I thought this had been ended earlier. We saw something happen outside earlier in our program, but it's obvious it didn't end. It's obvious it's continued. And I don't know if it's going to end until these two get together in the ring.
And then someone may get hurt. I mean, it could be just the end of a career. That's what you're talking about. Whoa.
All right, looks like we finally, calmer heads have prevailed for the moment at least. As well, no.
Where are they going?
Well, now I do think it's time for a break, Ben.
We'll be back, fans. Stay tuned.